for tertiary education, especially for students who have not ventured into tertiary education in the first place. It is a step out of their comfort zone, and it is a step into the real world. For this motion, scholarship providers can range from NGOs, non-governmental organizations, to multinational corporations, which can be said as MNCs. Any company that has a scholarship program targeted at bringing students into tertiary education counts. Any party, including the government. So furthermore, I would like to state that we would include public or private universities that are geographically situated locally as local universities. So Newcastle University, Southampton University, we would include that in today's case. So our whole case line, how we view this motion today for side government is based around the benefits to all the parties involved when we are talking about scholarships. When we fund local universities instead of providing scholarships to foreign universities. So moving on to the first argument from side government, benefits to the scholarship providers themselves. As I've mentioned previously, most scholarship providers are NGOs and MNCs. These companies have corporate social responsibilities. They have CSR. They are required to give back to the community that they are situated in. And as such, most of them adopt a scholarship program. Shell is a very great example of this. But why would they fund local universities instead of foreign universities? Well, let me answer that for you. For one thing, they would be establishing a franchise and a guaranteed workforce for their company, for the scholarship providers themselves. Not just a guaranteed workforce, but a quality workforce at the same time. Collaborations between these scholarship providers and local universities open a lot of possibilities. Not only in the form of money, but in the form of raising human capital all across the country. As a company, you also have to fulfill your CSR. So at the same time, these companies can reap the benefits of funding local universities and also give back to the community. Yes, sir.
So just now you mentioned the benefits of private company and local university providing. The scholarship already giving that benefits. Why change it if it's not broken?
I'm sorry, sir. You're saying that the status quo right now is that private companies are giving scholarships to the local universities right now for the students. Yeah, I mean, in the topic today, it states that we would fund local universities instead of foreign universities. In the status quo right now, the scholarship providers are giving scholarships to the students in order for them to move overseas to foreign universities. That is the status quo. So that is what we are trying to change the status quo right now. We are saying that funding scholarships to foreign universities is bad. And we are going to explain that. Me and my second speaker will be explaining that in the form of benefits to the parties that are involved when they give scholarships to fund local universities instead of foreign universities. I hope you're clear on that. So moving on, back to my point. We're trying to make these universities better. It is not a one-sided trade. It will allow the students, the scholarship providers are catering for to develop proper skills and as such nurture workers for their companies. When we fund local universities, what happens is that they are increasing their local facilities, the quality of their facilities. They are making these universities better. They are making the students better as such because they are now sending more and more students. They are giving scholarships to these students to local universities instead of foreign universities. Talent Corp was all over the news last year. It is a governmental organization which aims to reduce brain drain and preserve human capital in Malaysia. And the way they do it is they fund local universities, they give scholarships to students, they make sure these students stay here instead of moving outside, instead of going to foreign universities and then maybe moving out and getting a different nationality instead of the local nationality. Yes?
Do you think we need to go out of our comfort zone and see other foreign universities which we can widen our perspective and learn more?
Well, you say we can go out of our comfort zone if we go into foreign universities, but that is simply not true. We can also do the same thing here. We can facilitate the same thing here. Information transfer has been around since the Renaissance, since the Middle Ages. Information transfer is a thing. We can make our universities better, as I keep saying on and on. Scholarship providers, if they fund local universities, we can facilitate that kind of environment, the same kind of environment that foreign universities would provide you. But at the same time, we're saying that even with this comfort zone, there are more and more benefits. Benefits not just to the students, creating that kind of comfort zone and moving them out of the comfort zone slowly, but also there are benefits to the scholarship providers, the government, and NGOs and private companies as well. So moving on back to my point, which is that if there is no one-way trade, as I've said before, this is true for the scholarship providers and also the university. But at the same time, there is another connection, which is the scholarship providers and the students. When we fund these local universities, when we send scholarships for the local students to go to local universities, they have to work in the government. These students will be working in the government, therefore they will be working in these scholarship providers companies. That is why I was saying that there will be a guaranteed workforce, a guaranteed quality workforce. So it is a mutual benefit system where we are able to incorporate our own citizens into locally situated companies and NGOs. As such, we are able to boost our own local economy with how skilled and how experienced our workforce is. And the thing is that we made this workforce in local universities. We did not need this workforce to come from other universities, from foreign universities. We do not need to take in immigrants who maybe who are perceived to be better than the students at our local universities. And we want to break this perception. We want to break the status quo in order for our company, in order for our country to prosper, and in order for the perception of our local universities to be better. So that people will perceive our local universities as the best universities in the world. That is what is happening in the United Kingdom, in Australia, and the United States. They are funding their own local universities. They are making them better. That is why people want to go there. It's because they are making investments. They are making necessary investments for their own tertiary education system. So moving on, the partnerships between scholarship providers and local universities can allow a mutual give and take prospect. So the crux of our case is that it is a win-win-win situation. The whole take from side government today for this motion on the scholarship providers is that there is a win-win-win situation if we mandate them to fund local universities. There will be benefits to scholarship providers, there will be benefits to the students themselves, there will be benefits to the universities, to the local universities themselves. And therefore, that is why we want to mandate. That is why we propose this policy. And with that, I think.
This House implemented scholarship providers to fund local universities instead. I, as the opposition leader, strongly disagree with today's motion simply because giving scholarship brings more good than harm. I'm going to talk about my first point, that is motivation. And I'm going to rebut, and I'm going to give a clearer definition. My second speaker is going to talk about why do we need to fix it if it's not broken. And our last point is benefits for the country. The Prime Minister stated that this motion will benefit scholarship providers and win-win situation. But today's motion, they are talking instead. That means they need to choose whether to give scholarship or to fund the local university. They say that they are going to give scholarship and they're going to fund the university also so that they can come back. But the thing is, they are taking away the scholarship and only give local university fund. And the definition for today, this House will mandate the power that is officially given to a group of people to do something, especially if they have won the election. This means they must take away the scholarship to fund the local university, which is we cannot force people to actually take away what they are doing and then ask them to fund to local universities. And the word officially given clearly shows that they are forcing the scholarship providers to provide funds to the local universities. The Prime Minister talked about provide us. All benefits without funding to local universities. It's actually already there, but we want the scholarship to go to, for the students to go to foreign country, which would be better. Because I'm going to proceed with my point that is under the keyword of motivation. The meaning of scholarship is to help the students by giving money if they pass an examination. So we are trying to help the students by giving them a chance to go to other countries and learn more about them. This is the main source of the motivation that can make the students work harder and more harder to actually achieve their dreams. There are many universities that actually provides many.
Just speaking here, providing scholarships and funding local universities is the same thing. Because as a scholarship provider, if I would want to provide scholarships, I'm actually funding the money for the scholarships to local U. And then the local U actually subsidize all the education, all the tuition fees for the students. So technically it is the same thing. Please clarify.
Thank you. I believe giving scholarship to other students to go other countries will be better. More to my point, it will give them a chance to actually choose if they want to further their studies in other countries, which they will be more interested and they will be more motivated to do it because that is their dream. That is their right to actually choose which country they want to go. So we are supposed to help them in order for them to chase their dreams. Not run them just by taking away the scholarship and giving the funds to the local university. There are many students that actually from poor background, but they want to go to, for example, for further their studies, like go to doctor. In India, there are many that would better place for them to study, and they prefer India. So we actually should help them instead of stopping their dream, saying that if you want to scholarship, you need to go to the local university. We should help them actually, which is better because our purpose is to help them, not to give them.
This is exactly the perception that I was talking about in my speech, which is that the perception of local universities is not as good as foreign universities. It is not true. The statement is not true that the students cannot achieve their dreams even in local universities, because we can invest in local universities. We can make them achieve the standard of foreign universities. So please tell me.
Thank you. I was talking about doctor in India, right? Doctor in India is more better because they have more dead body which will help the students to experience themselves. Compared to other countries that actually have put so much of this thing for them to experience themselves. Maybe they need to share one item with many people. Which will be better. And we believe that can expose the students and motivate them to work harder because they understand them better, and we believe that it will help the students very much because if we are from a student from a poor background, we must have our own dream like studying in where, and we want to actually go there and experience for ourselves what is the culture there and what we're learning. We believe that where we choose is the best. And we want to learn that instead of just going to local universities. And let me say it one more time that when we go to other countries, we will go out for our comfort zone. When we go out for our comfort zone, that is better because what challenges us to bring changes. And that's what we want when the students actually move out from their comfort zone and trying to learn more, mix around with people, and they can widen their perspective and they can learn more how to improve our country, how to do this to improve our country, which one is better. Is Malaysia good enough? So we want to higher the standard of Malaysia by sending the students outside. If we keep the students in local universities, that will just close their mindset, like living in Malaysia, to have Malaysian mindset. we believe that it will be better if the students go out and mingle around and widen their perspective of seeing things. As conclusion, we, from the opposition side, strongly disagree with today's motion simply because giving scholarship brings more good than harm.
Allow me as the Deputy Prime Minister to further solidify my first speaker's points and give some rebuttals and arguments of my own. First of all, allow me to rebut all of the arguments that have been brought up by the opposition side. Firstly, in opposition side first speaker's POI, you stated that by mandating scholarship providers to fund universities abroad instead, we'll be able to broaden the students' horizons, we'll be able to give them wider perspectives of life. Well, the thing is, in Malaysia, locally, we have international universities that are based locally, which means their characteristics are local, but then they feature different teaching styles that are used abroad. So basically, you can experience the different ways of teaching, different styles of teaching locally without having to go through the hassle of going abroad. And the first speaker talked about going out of our comfort zone to venture into something different. Well, not really, because when you're in universities abroad, you're in international universities, you would think the government will actually take care of you because you're in a foreign environment. You find it hard to adapt. You get a culture shock, right? So basically, that's something I have to compare with today if you were studying in a local university, which means students literally have to provide for themselves because it is tend to be seen as you have to provide for yourself because it's local. You understand everything. You know how things are done. You understand the culture. You should be fine for you. Provide for yourself in your own land. Now, moving on to side government's second argument. This house will mandate scholarship providers for local universities instead because we can optimize our funds that we have. Why do I say that? Well, it is because compared to universities abroad, it is more rational and wise to invest in local university scholarships as the funds needed are more reasonable. As stated by Edward Golden Seal, an American poet and educator, we must do the best we can with what we have. Also due to the fact that exchange rates between local and abroad universities, local exchange rates and international exchange rates are astonishing indeed. This is another factor that deters us from funding universities that are abroad. The country would not need to spend that much for mandating scholarship providers to fund universities that are abroad. You can get the same talented people and experts in their respective aspects, but we spend less by having the government fund local universities. From this, we can see clearly and with all transparency that it is mandating scholarship providers to fund local universities is definitely and undoubtedly the more economical way to go. Now, I turn this point to another angle for all to see. Yes? Sorry, could you repeat the QR?
But I say that what if you are in a school that actually needs a video school, is it the same if you go to kids that actually have that? The majority of them are that place local. Maybe you share? Maybe.
Okay, so basically we're talking about ways of teaching are different, but then you're talking about the culture, how it comes up. Right? Okay, actually, my third speaker will further address this in his speech further on. Thank you very much. Moving on to my point. When we mandate scholarship providers to fund local universities, students have a much better time and are not that stressed. I say that because when we fund scholarships for universities that are abroad, students will have a hard time coping with the overly ambitious fees and payments for the academics. But wait, there's more. What about the students' cost of living? Food, drinks, and basically anything that is needed at all to sustain the student's life. Please bear in mind that the exchange rates in other countries compared to our country are very far apart. Along with the fierce competition that society faces, the prices of daily needed products skyrocket. One question inside our position: how are we going to make sure that students that are given scholarships to universities abroad are able to have no financial worries, and at the same time the government is able to sustain itself? All in all, by mandating scholarship providers to fund local universities, we can give more scholarships out to students, and it is greatly beneficial to the country. Allow me to move on to side government's third argument, that is that it can benefit the government. The reason as to why this House brought up this point is because by mandating scholarship providers to fund local universities, the students will be able to integrate better and comfortably into the future working society that they are getting into, that is local companies. By having things done this way, citizens are being prepared fully to work locally as they have already studied locally and they know how things work here. If we were to mandate scholarship providers to fund universities that are abroad instead, the students will experience something known as a culture shock, which I stated in my remarks earlier. A culture shock is known as the feeling of disorientation experienced by someone who is suddenly subjected to an unfamiliar culture, way of life, or set of attitudes. This being if the student was studying in an international university, meeting the same cultures. With this, it may seem trivial, but it seems, yes.
Culture shock. Some classes you will adapt to that situation. That's what we want.
Thank you. So, let's say when students go to university, international universities, they adapt to the culture that when they come back to work locally, they will not be able to adapt back as soon as a student that is studying locally. And what we need and what we want is efficiency. You get right back in the workforce, work locally. For instance, the individual would have trouble adapting to the way of life that locals do. Ergo, it will be seen as a deterrent for companies or organizations that are looking to hire. In this modern society, adaptation is the key to the lot. If an individual is in familiar surroundings, he or she will be able to fit in better with the sophisticated jigsaw puzzle that is our society. This also triggers a ripple effect, whereby the individual will be able to work better, faster, and with more efficiency. To sum it all up, if we mandate scholarship providers to fund local universities, we will prevent brain drain in general and increase our capital as a whole. And with this, I thank you very much.
We, as opposition, disagree with today's motion. This House will mandate scholarship providers to fund local universities instead, because we believe that scholarship does more good than harm. So first of all, I'd like to clarify that scholarship and funding is a different thing. Scholarship is a win-win situation. It usually comes with a bond, where I provide a scholarship, you provide me with service. And funding is that I provide you money, you can do anything you want with it. I'm not getting anything by it. So clarifying that, I move on to the rebuttal section. The leader of the government, which is the Prime Minister, said we can facilitate our local universities to the level of foreign universities. But where's the guarantee of that? We can easily send scholarship students to foreign universities where they have proved that they have quality behind. They have quality and they have quantity as same as quality. We haven't proved yet. Okay, I get it that we are improving, but we haven't proved to the people that our local universities are worthy enough. So people are going to be in 50-50 entering the universities, and the education is not going to be so good for them. And then benefit the government, which was the second biggest point. What basically happening in our debate is government are actually trying to configure into one, our nation only. They are just making us less knowledgeable. They are just making us stupider. They are just making us less exposure towards the world. And that's not good for people. Yes, go on.
As the government, I doubt that we have any intention of making our nation stupider and stupider. The reason we have this policy, the reason we have this mandate is because there are the benefits, and we have stated the benefits from the first speaker and the second speaker in the first place. It is not to confine you to this country so that you become stupid and stupid.
Okay, thank you. You're not trying to do that. But what you are trying to do is going to affect us in that way. And that's what we are saying. And let's say they're just mentioning about scholarship being the university's fund. That's not how scholarship works. When you're funding a university, you're not expecting anything from that. Just like I mentioned before. Scholarship and funding is two different things. Denied. Okay, let me move on to my point, which is why fix it if it's not broken? It's simple as that. Let's make it simple. As the quote from Steve Jobs says, make it simple, make it understandable. So let me make it simple. Our university already proving that we are improving. We are improving step by step. But we haven't improved yet that we are capable of it. Why suddenly there's a change? Why suddenly there's a change in system? There's nothing wrong happened. There's nothing effect. In before you're gonna say that it's better to take precaution. But what's the precaution? You haven't stated what could happen if we didn't do what your proposal. If we didn't follow your proposal, you should have mentioned it, and we demand it as well. Because we should know what is the effect before you taking precaution. And then, plus, local universities give image of our country. So it should be under responsibility of the government who should take care of the local universities. Because we provide our image, our country image. The government are trying to push scholarship providers to do their job. They're just slipping away from their responsibility. We chose them because we want better future. And they should have done their best to stabilize our economical value. Stabilize our economical value and provide us with more valuable things. They should not take away the right of a scholarship provider. The scholarship provider has the right to choose whoever he wants. Yes, God.
As I mentioned before, scholarship providers have CSR. And as a government, we believe this is the best way, the most effective way for us to give back to our citizens in order for us to carry out our responsibility about education in the country. These scholarship providers have the responsibility, the CSR, to give back. That is why we mandate them to fund the universities in the form of scholarships.
Thank you. You say you are mandating them. You are literally taking the right away from the scholarship provider. This is pure discrimination what is happening. The government is discriminating the scholarship providers. You should not do that. The scholarship providers should have a right. They should have a choice. Am I going to make a fund local university, or am I going to provide scholarship to a particular student that they think is valuable enough for them? That's how a scholarship should work. And next. Okay. So let me move on to my next part, which is benefits for country. Scholarship always, like I said, scholarship always comes with a bond, which is going to be a win-win situation. And most we are talking about, which is based in our country. So they're going to force the students, force them because they give us money. They're going to expect service. They're going to force them to work here, and they're going to turn into a taxpayer here, which is going to benefit the government. Before you say it's just a small amount, just imagine hundreds of thousands of taxpayers are losing to our neighbor country, who we are competing with, who is already up there with the level of United States. And let's not forget, by funding local universities, we also, before you say, and we are doing what the government proposes, we are going to lose a lot of brilliant students, a lot of degree holders who came from the university that has proven that they are capable of doing it, that could work here and could improve our national status. They're going to, again, the government is like the providers. I don't know why are they scared of allowing us to get exposure from the world? I don't know that. But what are they trying to do is confide us in the nation, not provide us enough knowledgeable. How are we going to survive in this world? It's not about the nation question here. How are the students who are the backbone of this nation going to lead our country in future in this world? That's a very good question. Very good status that we are missing out. So, before I end my case, we as opposition believe today's proposal should not stand, which is This House will mandate scholarship providers to fund local universities instead.
Confused faces everywhere, especially in the faces of the judges regarding the motion. Now, team opposition have come up with such a case that they think that funding universities and providing scholarships are of two different planets, are of two different paradigms. And it's our job from team government to clarify it and at the same time to justify why is it better to fund local universities and not foreign universities. And before that, a very good morning to everyone present in the House today. Now, allow me to move on by clarifying the motion. Now, the motion is stated that this House will mandate scholarship providers to fund local universities instead. Now, scholarship providers are anybody that provides scholarships, simple as that. And to fund local universities is the exact same thing as providing scholarships. Now, let me tell you, but before that, let me enlighten everyone in the House on how a scholarship actually works in the first place. So, say now I'm a student. I'm eligible for a scholarship, I'm selected for a scholarship, and I'm under scholarship providers. How's my tuition fees deducted? It's deducted when scholarship providers actually fund local universities. They provide the money, the resources to pay for my university fees, and that's how funding local universities is also providing scholarship for a specific student. Now, without further ado, allow me to move on with my rebuttals. I would like to rebut their first POI, which is that it's better to provide scholarships for international universities because it widens their perspective of students, and it also helps them to get out of their comfort zone. Now, talking about widening of perspective, this can also be achieved through local education. As an example, they brought up UIA, which is University Islam Antarabangsa. UIA is a local university, it's run by the local government, but at the same time they actually have students from all over the world. They also have students from Nigeria. And it is clear that even local universities are able to cater to such aspects such as the widening of perspective. Decline. Next, they stated that you will be able to get out of your comfort zone. Now let me tell you something that's really shocking. Do you know that a student will be in their comfort zone even more when they are in a foreign university? And why is this so? Students are even more comfortable, they are even more complacent when they are in a foreign university because they get extra care by the government. Because the government, or say even their parents, assume that foreign universities is a whole different thing. That's why they get the extra care. But when students are in local universities, parents have the perception where they are actually in their own home ground and that they are and that they are able to take care of themselves. And therefore it is clear that when you study in local universities, you develop this independency which is very important for youth nowadays. But even if I give you the benefit of doubt, saying that foreign universities are the one and only kind of universities that are able to widen their perspective and help them get out of the comfort zone, we totally believe that this isn't enough to justify that we should provide scholarships for foreign universities. Because as stated earlier, there are many other benefits that trump these little benefits, which is such as being able to adapt to the workforce and many more. Therefore, we believe that it isn't a good trade-off to actually provide scholarships for foreign universities. And based on our analysis, cost-benefit analysis, it is better to provide for local universities. And a clear example as taken by my second speaker, through its cost-benefit analysis, for a fixed amount of cost, you can actually fund it to more students locally. Because, so say for an example, I'm given 100,000 ringgit. For this 100,000 ringgit, I'm able to cater to 2 different students compared to 1 student who studies internationally. Because as we all know, exchange rates are even way higher. Cost of living internationally is very astonishing. Yes.
On the point before when you were talking about comfort zone, I would like to clarify to the floor and you literally disagree with yourself, deputy leader, who said comfort zone is more in our local universities. Thank you.
No, yes, we do agree. Okay, even if you give you the benefit of that the comfort zone is in your university, it's not really a bad thing. They're painting a bad picture because it helps you adapt when you are out, once you are graduated. It helps you adapt once you enter the workforce. And why is this adaptation very important? It's because once you graduate from your university locally and you join the local workforce, you don't have that buffering period, you don't have that lag where you have to adapt once you are already in the workforce. Therefore, when you actually study locally, which is your comfort zone, which isn't really a bad thing, once you enter your workforce, you are all out there. We are already adapted, and all you have to do is focus on booming a nation's GDP and economy. Now moving on our cost-benefit analysis, on why we actually stress that we should fund local universities and not foreign universities. We have stated that it's a long-term plan and it maximizes and optimizes the fund from scholarship providers. Okay, now let's assume that scholarship providers are angels. They are giving us a favor, and as normal citizens, as the government, we want to optimize this favor to its best capabilities, and this is being this is a concept of utilitarianism. Now, let me tell you the parties involved for today's motion. First, students. Second, the government itself, and finally, local universities. Now, how does it affect students? Students, as stated earlier, they'll be more adapted to the local workforce if they study locally. Next, and this is actually very important, especially for developing countries who actually want to achieve the status of being a developed country. Now, moving on how it actually benefits the government. Now, scholarship providers are mainly made up of NGOs or corporations, and it's the duty of corporations. It's the sole duty of corporations to actually give back and pay back to the country through this thing called CSR, or corporate social responsibility. And the government should take this opportunity for scholarship providers who are NGOs who operate in their own country to pay them back by helping their students and by helping their local universities. And finally, how does it help local universities? Yes, even if you do agree, the local universities aren't as good as international universities. They are on par. They are almost of the same level, and this has been proven to several university rankings. Ultimately, the QS university ranking, which is done every year. Now, the way to make it almost similar on the same level is by providing scholarships to local universities, because by doing so, you give a chance for local universities to actually boom, to actually show their capabilities, to actually put students into local universities, and that you actually put your best students who are eligible for scholarships into local universities, and therefore we can achieve our long dream, which is our long dream, which is being on the same level as international universities. Now, finally, the opposition leader brought up an analogy on how it's better to do it how it is better to study in foreign universities, because they actually provide better practical. An example was medicine in India. But let me tell you something. This isn't really a good thing, because the working conditions in India is very different than the working conditions in Malaysia. So if I'm a doctor, if I'm studying medicine in India, once I'm back in Malaysia, it's a whole different environment, and therefore it's very detrimental for the productivity of a nation. Finally, they brought up how it actually benefits those of a poor background, because they're able to dream big by going to foreign universities. But don't you think that foreign universities abroad with a higher exchange rate will actually be not effective to poor families? Allow me to end my rebuttals with the final one, which is how local universities can actually help cater to all races. And the only way to do so is by giving it a chance and by funding local.
Okay. Without any procrastination, let me get into the motion that is given today. That is, this House will mandate scholarship providers to fund local universities instead. Before getting into my rebuttal section, let me enlighten you guys what the motion is actually telling us. Okay, scholarship. Okay, I will tell you what is actually scholarship providers' obligation and responsibility. That their responsibility is to provide scholarship to students, not to fund local universities. That's their job. And now the motion is actually telling us that scholarship providers should not give scholarship to students, and rather, instead of that, they should fund local universities. That's what the motion is actually telling us. The thing is that the motion and the definition that they came up with is actually not valid. Okay, let me get into the rebuttal part. And the second speaker of the government team saying that food and the kind of stuff are needed even if you stay in that country. So you need to pay for it, and then even if you stay in this country, you need food and the kind of stuff. You have to keep your money. You have to spend your money in that. Even if you are in the other country, or even if you're in this country, you have to spend some money on that kind of stuff. Okay, let me get into the points that we actually came up with. As the opposition team, we came up with 3 solid points. Okay, the power to the motion that is given. My first leader said that giving scholarship providers, if they fund local universities, we are actually snatching away the rights of the students to get scholarship. Yes, that is actually true. When it comes to scholarship, students are having rights to receive it. If you take away scholarship providers from that area, the one who's getting affected is student. There are students who depend a lot on scholarship. I mean, the poor students who came up from poor background, they are having trouble with their financial stuff, and also they need scholarship providers to help them out with their tertiary studies, to continue their tertiary studies, and need scholarship providers. So if scholarship providers fund local universities instead of providing scholarship to the students, what do you think might happen? The one who's affected is the student. Okay. And my second leader came up with another 2 solid points. Okay, I'm going to explain to you what is that actually. We are already having facilities and amenities in this local university. Things that he said that why do we have to fix it if it's not broken? This point is actually clashing with the point that government team's second speaker came up with. Okay. Let me explain to you about that. We are already having facilities in local universities. Upgrading the facilities in the local universities is not the work of scholarship providers. Scholarship providers' work is just to provide scholarship to students, not funding local universities to upgrade their level. That's not the thing. Sorry. Okay. Another thing is that scholarship providers, money is not actually growing in trees. Even now, only limited amount of students are getting it. If the scholarship providers pour their money into the scholarship providers pour their whole money to the local universities, the students who are getting scholarship will be affected. We are expecting proliferation in students who are getting scholarship. The things that does not happen, that will never ever happen if the scholarship providers fund local universities with their money. Okay? That's what we are actually trying to say. Hope you guys will understand it. Another point that he came up with is another solid point. Okay, benefits for the country. To make sure that students to come back. Okay, things that when it comes to scholarship, there will be an agreement with 2 parties. Yes, go ahead.
Can you please clarify that you understand that scholarship providers aren't a real thing? Scholarship providers are actually the companies, the private companies, the NGOs, the MNCs, the ones who provide food, service to our country. Those are scholarship providers. There is no such organization that labels themselves as scholarship providers. I mean, people who give scholarship, that doesn't exist.
Yeah. The example that you came up with is actually scholarship providers, but that's what I actually mean by scholarship providers. The example all is in scholarship providers. I need to give the example. So the thing is that's what I actually mean by scholarship providers. The thing that I'm trying to say is that the job of scholarship providers is to provide scholarship, not to fund the local universities. That's what I'm actually saying. Okay, I'll get back to the point that my leader came up with. The second leader came up with. The person who receives scholarship, there will be agreement with 2 parties. Even if you go to overseas to study, the scholarship that is given to you, you need to actually give something back to the country. You have to work in this country, even if you study in a foreign university. That's what is actually the agreement will be on. That's the main goal of it. You need to come back to the country and you need to work here. Well-educated people that actually been accumulated, been formed in foreign university will be having a lot of kind of knowledge and a lot kind of perspective, a lot kind of perception that can actually help in development of this country. So the country is actually getting back the peoples who it sent to the other country to take more things. And they will be coming back with a lot more stuff that can actually have this country to develop. That's what we are actually trying to say, and I hope you guys will understand it better. Sorry, I do not. So if you avoid scholarship, scholarship providers are going to fund for the local university students and local universities who are, okay, if scholarship providers are going to fund for the local universities, students who are going to overseas to study, because they have a dream to study that, so they will be like using their own money, and they will just pay that, will never ever turn back to this country. So we are actually lost a lot of talented people to other countries.